All right, guys. So yesterday we finished deliver. Yes. So we finished delivering a sale to Great Restaurant. Right. We just recorded everything for it. We recorded the cost of goods sold, update our inventory, and we also recognized that we had a sale. So now we left off on this little transaction right here. So go ahead and get started. So what happened?
Pay Furniture Store, invoice 69 for counter and shelves, invoice 71 for desk set, write check.
Write one check.
Mm-hmm. Um, my thoughts, accounts payable and
Accounts
check
payable. Good.
and checking.
Good. Accounts payable because we're reducing what we owe. And
Checking.
checking because we wrote a check.
I had a question because I was looking at it after class yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I said what Adina just said, but how come we didn't do anything like credit for the counter and the display shelves and the desk set?
Okay, so we're not getting rid of our items. That's what you would do when you credit it. From a long time ago in the beginning, I believe on either the 7th or something like that, or the 10th of June, we debited our account. We have what do you call it? We acquired the asset, right? Now, what you're going to
Mm-hmm.
do later on is you're going to depreciate it because it's a fixed asset. So, in a sense, we're going to depreciate it so then it starts losing its value. So, instead of crediting our counter, we're going to depreciate our counter.
Okay.
Yes. So, in this
Okay.
case,
Thank
yeah,
you.
and we're paying off a bill. So, we've already have the bill. We already have the counter. We already have the display shelves in the desk, right? They're currently
Mm-hmm.
in our possession. Now,
Yeah.
we don't fully own it because we owe the money to it. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So now,
Okay.
so now we're gonna pay for it, and that's all we're doing. We're just paying
Oh.
for it.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, of course.
The reference is 20,000 and checking is 10,100.
All right.
Okay, and then we go to purchase orders.
Not purchase orders.
Oh, oh, wait. Well, because I'm trying to find the amounts for. Okay,
Where would you find that information?
I'm looking at the purchase orders for the amounts.
All right. The purchase order only tells you what the estimated amount is. It doesn't include other things such as shipping
Oh,
or
so
tax.
we go to the subsidiary ledger.
Correct.
Okay,
All right.
we go there, and it's furniture store
Yes.
is the vendor.
Yes.
So my question to you is this: do we get the amounts and then go back to the ledger to the journal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The counter and display shelves, 1770.30. plus the desk set, 658.
242867.
2428. Say that again.
242867.
242867.
So that's the amount of the check.
Okay. Right. What I can do here is if I were to clear this out, 242867 is correct. I'm going to go ahead and undo that.
242867.
242867. Okay, is going to be our total amount, and we're paying for which bills?
Invoice 69 and 71.
Invoice number 69 and 71. Okay. So,
Then we go back to the journal. And we put in for accounts payable 242867. And checking is the same. Check register. $2428.67. Furniture store. Then we go back to the journal. And underneath we'll put furniture store. Invoice numbers 69 and 71. And the check number, what was the check number?
1521.
And then we go to the ledger. Accounts payable. Under liabilities. That's why. Okay. So under accounts payable, we can put the dates. Okay. Invoice 69 and 71. Then we'll do GJ 11. $2428.67. Bringing that to $11,470.40.
good. 43 cents. 70,
43
40,
cents,
yeah.
yes. That's what I'm looking at on my calculator. Okay, and then we go to checking in the asset section. See, check number 1521. We can do invoice 69 and 71. GJ 11, credit 2428, 67. $5,371.82. Or I added, not subtracted. Okay. So $514.48.
Good.
And then we go back to the subsidiary ledger, the furniture store. And then we let's see. I would put invoice because I think it's gonna be too much to, yeah, invoice number 69 and 71. GJ 11, net 15.
It's unnecessary to do that because you're paying the
Okay,
bill.
gotcha. And then due date is the 22nd, so so we don't have to do the date either?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So the payment is invoice actually, wait. Hmm. I would put well, I'm gonna ask the question. Should we put the amount 24, 28, what's that number? 24, 28, 67 under invoice amount?
Right. So right now, if you're looking at your table right now, you already have that amount in there. By
Okay.
placing that amount in there in the invoice amount, you're adding another 2,428
Yeah,
67.
I overstand. Okay, so for payment,
Mm-hmm.
24, 8, 67.
24, 28, 67. All right. And if we did this formula correct, right? So how much do we owe in grand total?
$6,605.08.
Which is going to be your table and chairs. So, what check number did you use?
1520.
1520.
Oh,
Yes. Just so then you know when you made a payment, you have a reference point that you used check 1521.
gotcha.
Okay.
And I believe that is all.
Good. So we're still on June 22nd. Okay, so what has happened here?
There's a purchase order, number 170310 to Atlas Cotton Hoarders, 125 pounds of regular coffee at 139 per pound, and 125 pounds supreme coffee at 1.61 per pound. Total cost of 375. So general ledger, general ledger. Sorry, I'm not always. I'm sorry.
The general journal. I got you.
Journal.
We're gonna do the date.
Okay, so what is this?
Oh, it's the purchase order.
A purchase order.
So we have to go to the purchase order tab.
Good. We haven't received the items just yet, so we are not going to record it. Okay, because there's a possibility we place this purchase order, we can cancel at any given time, we may not ever receive it, XYZ. Okay, so we don't physically have the items yet.
Yes.
Okay, how many pounds am I buying?
250
Same thing. Right?
for 375.
For $375. Okay.
Speaking of coffee, I'm going to get me some. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Can you bring some over here too?
All right, go for it. All right, what else happened next?
We had another purchase order,
Good.
and we go back to the purchase orders, and we put the date June 22nd. The purchase order number is 170311.
Good.
All things ceramic. And I put 80 ceramic coffee mugs for $198.40.
For $198.40. Good. Okay. So then what has happened here?
Albert submitted a order for Katie's Coffee Corner.
All right.
So we have to go to the subsidiary ledger
Okay.
under commissions expense,
Good. Commissions expense.
and the date is June 22nd.
All right. Did we deliver yet?
No.
We're just placing an order.
And then it's Katie's Coffee Corner. Oh, the date is June 22nd.
But we haven't delivered it yet. This is just us putting a purchase order in.
Oh, okay. I thought it was because since he's the sales rep, I thought he was just putting the order in. We're not delivering it. We just noted it on his account so he can get commission when it is sold.
Correct. And then on top of that, because he's doing his sales, he's doing purchase orders for the clients, right? The clients can also have a given chance to call in and say, "Oh, cancel the order, cancel the order." Then we have to eliminate that. Or let's say I don't need that many coffees anymore. We have time to eliminate it. We only record the date on when the delivery has been done. So then we can credit him for his sales. This is just an estimated amount. Okay, this is a potential 10%.
Okay.
All right. So here, this is us keeping track of his stuff as well too, because if he's placing these purchase orders, what is the number one thing we gotta do? We gotta make sure we match our purchase orders to our sales and make sure that we ship the amounts correctly to each customer. So that's another reason why we have a purchase order. Okay.
Okay.
So what invoice number was this? Let's look carefully.
106.
106. Okay.
265.43.
265.43. All right, that's a potential. If Katie's Coffee Corner calls in and says, "I want to cancel it," then we have to eliminate that completely, and he doesn't get any commissions off of that. Okay. Okay. So good. So we are expected. When are we expected for this to be delivered?
June 24
June 24th. Good.
with a term of 115 net
Okay.
30.
So we haven't delivered to this shop just yet. Right? So it's a pending sale. All right. So here, still on June 22nd, what has happened here?
Purchase from restaurant supplies, medium coffee, for 100 at 2,000 and 2,000 coffee large coffee, 450 with sales tax, total of 270.63, paying credit card, traditional credit card. On the general journal, medium coffee cups,
Do we have an account called Medium Coffee Cups?
I'm sorry,
Do we have an account called Medium Coffee Cups?
yes, 11,760,
Good. 11,760.
and coffee large cup, 11,765.
11,675. Oh, set 765. Okay. Good.
Credit check, Visa payable,
Visa payable. Okay. Good.
20,000. So the credit on that would be 270.63.
Okay.
And then for the debit for the coffee medium 100, large 150.
All right. Now add those two numbers together. Do you get 270.63?
Oh, no. Sales tax. I'm sorry.
How do we distribute sales tax?
Now we have to calculate from that
Yes.
by the pound,
The
by
amount.
the amount.
Mm-hmm. It's prorated.
So
108.25 for the first one.
Good. 120, 108.25.
Yeah.
Good.
$162.38 for the other.
All right. And if we add these two together, we get a grand total of 270.63 perfectly. Okay. Anything else we need to add to the journal?
comment, restaurant supplies, nothing, tip off.
Okay.
go to the ledger,
Mm-hmm.
and we were going to go to the assets tab and go to medium coffee cups.
Good. Where is that under?
It's under the assets tab.
Good. Good.
And then let me see. We bought 2,000 cups.
Mm-hmm.
General Journal 11
General Journal 11. Good.
and debit 108.25.
108.25.
Yes. And then our total is going to be 270.62.
270.62 is correct. Right?
And then we go to our large coffee cups. The date is 6/22,
Mm-hmm.
2,000 cups.
Good.
General Journal 11. And the amount is 162.38. And our total is 405.95.
405.95. Good.
Then we go to our liabilities tab, and then we go to Visa payable. I have to find it.
Are you using Excel?
Yes.
It's right after accounts payable.
Okay. Then we put in the date, June 22nd. And here I will put, who's it? Really, I would want to put the vendor.
Okay.
Restaurant supplies. General Journal 11. And total amount is for 270.63. We're gonna put it on the credit side,
Good.
and then the balance is 1348.71.
1348.71. Good.
Let's see. I know we go to the subsidiary ledger,
Okay.
the restaurant supply,
Oh, vendor.
vendor. Is it restaurant supply?
Yes. Right under
Okay.
office supply store.
Okay. And then we put in the date, June 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
And I would put the same thing, 4,000 cups Visa.
Good.
And then, I don't know if there's an invoice number. There's no invoice number.
Okay, that's fine.
Nothing Visa. Okay. General Journal 11. And the invoice amount was 270.63. Then we made a payment of 270.63. And then it should be zero.
It should be 0. Good. Then what has happened next?
You have to update your inventory.
Now, is our medium and large coffee cups part of inventory?
No, it's not. It's regular and super. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what we do next.
These are just business supplies. We will update them at the very, very end of the month. Right? We'll do a cost of materials later. Right? So what is next?
Then we had sales,
Okay.
and let me see. So we're gonna debit checking.
Okay. I will tell
We're
you
gonna.
right. I will tell you right now. You do not have enough space on your general journal 11.
Okay.
Ooh, go back. Okay. So we're on general journal number 12 now. So you want to put the date?
And then we're gonna debit checking.
We're going to debit checking. Okay, good.
Sales discount. Do we put the amounts as we go, or we can just do the accounts first and then go back?
Whatever makes sense to you.
Okay. And then we're gonna credit the sales dash medium regular coffee. And then sales dash large regular coffee. Sales dash medium supreme coffee. Sales dash, oh, sorry.
No, no, don't worry. Just go ahead. You can say it. I know.
Sales sales dash large supreme coffee. And then sales dash ceramic coffee mugs. And um, sales tax payable.
Good. Right?
And then for the post reference for checking is 10,100. For for the sales discount is 46,000. For the sales medium regular is 40,300. For the next one is 40,350, 40,450, 40,500, 40,150 and 27,000.
Good.
And then for checking, we're gonna debit, the amount is 1878.75. Sales discount with debit of 433.89. For the medium regular coffee, 469.64. Could I just tell you the amounts
Yep.
straight down, or
Mm-hmm.
um, 535.21, 567.72,
Oh,
5,
72.
yes,
Okay.
526.99,
Hold on.
69,
526.99.
yes,
Okay, good.
and then $69.90,
Good.
and then the tax payable is 143.18.
All right. I'm going to double check my typing here. Okay. 23, 12, 64. 23, 12, 64. Okay, good. All right.
And then for the comment in parentheses, I put grand opening 20% discount in store sales.
Good. Grand opening, comma, 20% discount, comma, in store sales. Good.
And then I know we're supposed to go to the ledger next, but is it okay to go ahead and note that we received 1878.75 in sales on the deposit?
Yes, we
Instead of
can.
leaving the,
Mhm.
okay, okay.
So what was that? 1879, 78,
18,
75.
1878.75.
Now, do you want to deposit it right away?
No, because it didn't say. Let me see.
All right. But I mean, if you're placing into checking,
Oh, because that's what maybe I'm confused about, because when we had sales, I didn't know if it was okay to just go ahead and put it on the checking slip and don't put a date, and then put a date when we deposit it.
all right. So, yes, you can do that. But remember, we, at the end of the day, if we're writing checks out and we don't have that money in our account and we assume that we've written it into our account, then we're doing bad accounting right there because we forgot to deposit the money. So therefore, if we
Okay.
forget to deposit this 2000, there's a 1878, the next check that we write out is going to bounce because
Oh,
we don't have 1878 in our account. We placed it in our ledger, but it's actually
okay.
not there. And that's where we have to do
Okay.
our bank reconciliation, right? We got to see which money has been deposited, which money has cleared, and which checks have cleared.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I understand.
Okay. So in this case,
No.
shoot. No, what? No, you don't want to deposit it?
N- No, if we're not gonna go to the bank yet,
I mean,
because
okay, this is what I normally say. At the end of the day, you just at least stop by the bank once. You don't need to do
okay,
it frequently, as in, like, you don't need to go to the bank multiple times. You could just go one time. Just collect all your receipts, including checks that you've received, all that stuff, just like up here, right? So here, on the 19th of June, we received a check here, and then when we had our sales, then we deposit the whole thing at the end of the day.
okay.
So my question to you is this, Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, um, after we do the general ledger, the subsidiary ledger, inventory, and all of that stuff, then do we go back and put it in?
It's up to you because you have multiple people running your store, right? Well, obviously, the owner of the bank is going to be the one that's responsible for the bank account. So honestly, it doesn't matter when you do it. Just actually do it. This is us recording it. When we go into QuickBooks, I'll talk more in depth of what I mean when you say you have your deposit slip done, but did you actually physically go into the bank and deposit this money? Because the one thing that you shouldn't have is having cash readily available on hand for this large amount. Because chances are, what if someone robs you? What if someone breaks into the store or someone gun points you? That's a lot of money that you're going to have in your cash register. And do you want to have that laying around? Especially when you owe so much money, you owe 13,000 in accounts payable. The best thing you want to do is you want to take the money, place it into the bank, and start paying off all those bills. But also, it secures you because if you're being robbed, you only have $300.
Well, I rebuke that, but what I was asking was like in this scenario that we're doing classroom right now,
Correct. Okay.
with everything that we're journalizing,
Mm-hmm.
like and we have to do our trial balance and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Should we like? I'm trying to figure out how to ask this because I understand that at the end of the day,
Good. Okay.
we still deposit the money. But
Mm-hmm.
in this scenario, in this very moment, as we're talking,
Mm-hmm.
we just say, okay, we're not going to put the money in the bank account. We're not going to write a check or whatever the case may be. We're going to move on to the next scenario. When do we go back to the 1878.75 to be deposited? Does that make sense?
Oh, I see what you mean. For the bank deposits, again, it's up to you when you want to deposit the money. It doesn't have to be at the end of the day, but I see what you mean by the scenario. If you remember to do it, then do it. If you don't, I mean, it doesn't hurt to not do it. But again, the one thing that you're going to do is because we're already placing this into the checking account. But did we actually put it in the checking account? Not yet. So that's us doing bad accounting by saying, oh, I deposited the money in my checking account, but I didn't actually do it.
Okay, so we need to take the 1870. Do we leave the 1878.75 as is right now with no date?
The no date indicates you didn't deposit it yet. So this is all the money. Yeah, so all the left side right here, the receipts, this is all of the total amounts of money that we've just collected. The date. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
When we get to the trial balance,
Mm-hmm.
we go back to like, deposits and all of that stuff. And if we forget to fill in the blanks, then that, is that going to throw off our trial balance?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay.
This is
Lynn,
just good business practice so that you know that because you are the owner, you should be responsible to deposit the money into the bank. So this is just a good business practice because what is a deposit slip? Deposit slip is a source document, right? It's proof that you've placed something into the bank. So with that being said, this is a good business practice to do. But if you do forget, I mean, it's not going to penalize you. In this class scenario, it's not going to affect anything. Yes, Tennyson?
Lynn, the best thing is now in these deposits you have one column to enter the date,
Mm-hmm.
right? So better if we can have two columns in front of receipts.
Mm-hmm.
If we put a date, then we can record all the receipts on that particular date and
Mm-hmm.
deposit on a particular date.
If you like to do that, whatever makes more easier or more sense to you, again, that's why for the receipts, I'm just collecting as much. I don't care when I received it. As long as the deposit date goes through is what I care about the most. So for your receipts, if you'd like to be more organized and record when you receive the money, that's only more beneficial to you. Okay. But in this sense, I don't care when I receive the money. All I care is when I deposited it. Okay.
So you
And
only put the date there under the deposits when you deposited.
correct.
That's a good idea of that suggestion. Put a double date there when the receipt was received and then the date of deposit. I mean, I understand for record purposes, so you have something to refer it to when it was received by us and when it went out and when it was deposited.
Again, every company is going to be different. They may tell you to do that. They may not tell you to do that. They might tell you, hey, I don't care. All I need you to do is just collect all the checks, right? And some of those checks, you can't even deposit it on the day that you receive it. You might have to wait a week later because the one thing about checks is they're dated. Cash is a completely separate thing. You can deposit cash at any given time. But checks are a little harder. So, with that being said, even though you received it on a certain day, you might not be able to deposit it right away.
Yeah, that's understood.
And if you like I said, it depends on your company. If it makes more sense to you, if it's more accurate, or if it's more what do you call it? It gives you more like way for you to be more organized or to keep track of your receipts better, then you may do so. But in this case, it's just a small scenario, right? Your company may ask you to do it. If they don't, then, what do you care, right? If you're not responsible to make these deposits, then you don't have to really do it, okay? All right. So, yes to depositing it or no to depositing it?
I'm gonna say no because we still have the day to go.
Okay.
But I'm just one person. Mia, Lynette, Tennyson, Summer, Vina. Y'all can speak up too.
List everyone in the class.
Right.
All right, that's fine. If you don't want to do it today, if you don't want to do it now, that's fine. We can move on to the next part.
But isn't it okay to just put it in because that column says receipt? Can we just leave it there and
Mm-hmm.
then when we deposit it, put the date?
Correct. Yeah, that's what this is,
Okay.
right? So remember, the other day, right? We came here on the 19th, right? We received a check. I just left it in there because I'm not going to go to the bank 4 or 5 times to deposit one check and then at the end of the day deposit my money. I'm going to wait to the very end. So that's why on the 19th of June, I deposited the total amount of the check, including the cash I received for that in store sales. So, yes, you can just go ahead and just recognize that you have money that you need to put in your bank. But you don't have to do it yet. The date is only determining when you actually go to the bank and actually deposit it. So, if you want to, you could do it the next morning if you like.
Yeah, you can do that. And also, it's on a case case basis too. So, say for example, with this particular 1878, what if your sale happened to be on a weekend? So you would just have say Saturday, banks are closed, are only open till 1 or 2 o'clock, and you just don't run. And what about your Sunday, the following day being a Sunday? So you cannot just go to the bank. So you can put it. You can make your deposit the following business day, more or less, just like what you said. You can deposit it the following day, something like that. It's a case to case basis.
Yeah. And we just have to know with that assumption, right? With the bank not working over the weekend, it's the same thing. That's why when we do a bank reconciliation, if it happens to fall on a weekend and you deposit the money, it's not gonna clear. It's not gonna show up in your bank account. And that's exactly why we need to do a bank reconciliation at the end of the month to make sure which checks have cleared, which deposits have cleared, which fees we have to pay. But if we don't put this $1,878, right? If we write the next check, looking at our checking account, we only have $500, we are definitely going to get a bounce check. And we are definitely going to get fined. So you want to be very, very careful. Yes, it's Saturday night, but the great thing about the bank is nowadays you could deposit right at the ATM. This is old school saying you have to go into the bank and do it. They still give you the receipt, the deposit slip. They still give you everything. But this is assumption, okay, if you don't want to do it today, that's fine too. Okay, so we all agree we're not going to deposit it today?
Agree.
I agree.
Okay. Okay. So then what's going to happen next?
General ledger.
General ledger. Good. So ledger, where are we going to go first?
Checking.
Good. Okay, checking. All right. Where are we going to place? Say that again?
Checking, we're going to,
Sales. Okay.
12.
My device died on me. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. All right, bringing my new grand total to be
482163.
48.
Oh well, I'm off somewhere. Let me find it.
Okay. Okay, so I have 2393.23. So hold on, Mia, did you find your mistake already?
I believe so. For invoice, invoice 6971. I put 27 cents.
Oh.
I found it.
Okay, perfect. All right, let me know if you got the correct amount. Okay.
I found it.
Okay. So what's next?
Sales discount. So we're gonna go to revenues.
Revenues. Okay, sales discount.
And the date is 6/22,
Mm-hmm.
and 20% discount grand opening.
Good.
General Journal 12, and it is for. Let me go back. The discount amount is $433.89.
All right, bringing my new grand total to be
1424.37.
14. What? You said 1410?
1424.37.
Perfect. Okay. Next.
So list down the medium coffee, medium regular credit.
Mm-hmm.
How many cups? 236 cups. DJ12 credit 469.64. That comes 1309.42.
1309.
1309.42.
Good.
And then next would be the large coffee, large regular coffee. Okay. And that comes 179 cups. DJ11.
We're on 12.
The credit 535.21, making it a total of 1805.96.
Right. Good.
And go to the large Supreme coffee,
Medium. Supreme.
medium. Yes, that's 228 cups. DJ11.
GJ12.
DJ12. And then 567.72, making a total of 1660.83.
1660.83. Very good.
Then go to the large Supreme, 622, 151
Six.
cups,
Say it again.
151 cups, 151 cups. DJ12 for the amount of 52699, making a total of 2059 cents.
Good.
Next would be the ceramic cup, mugs.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
June 22nd, DJ12 for the price of 69.90.
How many cups did I sell?
Oh, I'm sorry. Ooh, 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 ooh. 10.
All right. Bringing my balance to be
53609.
53609. All right.
Down to the sales tax
Where is that?
liability. June 22nd,
Okay.
DJ12,
Good.
amount of 143.18 credit. Comes 470.04.
470.04. All right.
Then next would be to the inventory.
All right. How do we know how many cups, how many pounds we sold?
Yeah,
How much?
35.35 on a regular coffee.
Okay. So inventory worksheet. Regular coffee.
35.25.
35.25.
Right.
Okay.
The price of 1.6529.
Oh, 1.652. Okay, good.
Sorry, I'm calculating it now. 6.529 was 56.93. Rounded up 94.
56.94.
Go to that inventory part. It's at 153. 35.25. Well, 117.75. And 1920.
190.20, bringing my new average cost to be
161.529, the same as the previous one.
okay.
Go to the screen. 33. And going up. Good. Yeah, we're using the price on the 1.80. 60.34.
60.34.
I think that one 60.34. I 33 times 1.8280. 60.32. I'm sorry.
Okay.
332.4. And
Okay.
update the inventory up there. So minus 32 times. So it's 6.5. No, 7.5 automatically.
7.5.
Calculate the cost, the total remaining balance.
Good.
Now go to the COGS cards.
Where is cogs?
Subsidiary ledger.
Not subsidiary ledger.
Wait. This is general ledger. Nope. The general journal.
It's right next to revenues on the general ledger.
General, general
Do you want to go to the general ledger or the general journal?
journal.
You want to go to the journal. What are you going to do in the journal?
Go to the COGS.
There is no COGS on the journal.
Lynette, the COGS is on the general ledger. It's right next to revenues, Mama.
Okay.
So do you want to go to the journal or you want to go to the ledger?
Either way, we can go to the ledger, and then we can input all the information on the journal later on.
Number one rule, journal first, then ledger.
Okay.
That's exactly how the accounting cycle is. So you cannot go from ledger to journal. It has to be journal first and then ledger.
On the journal.
Journal has to come first. You need to lay down your foundation and then you match it. So you have to journalize first. Then you transfer the information to the ledger and then the ledger produces the trial balance. You have to go into that order. You cannot jump from ledger to journal to trial balance. It would technically be almost impossible because the way that you're doing your math doesn't match up. It has to be in order. The accounting cycle must be in order. So in this case, by you going to the ledger, that's wrong. But yes, you can go to the inventory worksheet. You can do all that stuff first. But rule of thumb, journal comes first,
So the
then the
journal.
ledger.
Yeah, I thought that's what I said journal first a while ago, but
You did, but you were wanting to update the cost of goods sold, which doesn't exist
no,
on the ledger.
I understand. What I meant to input on the information on the journal would be COGS, reg, COGS regular coffee, and then COGS supreme coffee, and then credit would be regular coffee
Good.
and supreme coffee.
Yes. Rule of thumb, always journalize first. You need to create a reason for you to update or to change the balance in your ledger account. Right? So what are my account numbers here?
12020?
That's regular
No,
coffee.
no, no. No. It should be in the sales. 450.
That's sales.
I'm going on the credit.
Clogged
Oh,
regular
sorry.
coffee, 550.
550. 550. 50, 100.
50, 50, 50, 100.
And the regular coffee is 12,020, and Supreme is 12,040.
Good. And what amounts was my cost of goods sold?
One second, inventory. And the regular is 5694.
56.94.
And supreme coffee is 6032.
60.32.
Credit would
60.32.
credit same price, same amount, 6032.
Okay.
Now we can go to the journal ledger.
Did you want to finish up the journal?
Oh,
You want to make a note?
description. Yeah, description. Uh, grand opening.
Mm, what did you do with this coffee?
In sale use,
Sales.
In
in store use, in store use.
good in-store use. Okay, so now where do you want to go?
To the ledger.
To the ledger. Yes. Remember, journal, ledger. Okay, step 3 and step 4. Okay, so where do you want to go? Cogs. Okay, so cogs
To the regular coffee.
to the regular coffee. Here you go.
Sold.
Did we actually sell the items?
Sale. Sale.
Did we actually sell the coffee by pound?
Yep. No, no. By cups, but with the total pounds that were sold.
Did we actually sell the coffee by pound?
No. Also use.
We used.
Use.
How many pounds?
35.25.
35.25 lbs. Okay.
CJ12.
G GJ12.
5694.
56.94. Okay. Bringing you a grand total. We're not subtracting, we're adding.
41455.
41455. Okay. And then now we go down to Supreme Coffee.
Use 33 pounds. That's 6032. Total of 439.79.
Okay. What's my post reference?
Oh, he gave 12.
Okay. Now where do we go next?
Subsidiary.
Did we, were we dealing with anybody?
Oh, we go to the assets.
Okay, assets.
Assets and regular coffee.
So inventory.
Use, I cannot remember the pound. 35.25 pounds. He gave 12. Credit 56.94. 19020.
19020. Okay.
Going to the Supreme.
Supreme.
June 22nd.
June 22nd.
33 pounds. Use 32 pounds.
33 pounds.
He gave 12. Credit 6032. 247.71. Oh,
247.
243. 243.71.
Okay, good.
Okay, that's it. I don't know. There's anything.
Okay. We've updated our inventory. We updated our ledger. Is there anywhere else we need to go?
I'm going to just take a guess and say nope.
Nope, we're done. All right, good. So then what happened next?
Paid for the furniture. Invoice 75 for bistro tables and chairs.
All right, so
Um, uh, um, come on, Dee. Date, accounts payable,
good.
checking.
Good. Accounts payable and checking.
And then, let's see, accounts payable is 2,000. Checking is 10100.
10100, good.
So then we need to go to, ooh, I know this, come on. We need to go to the journal.
We are in the journal.
No, my apologies. Um, the ledger,
Which one?
having the assets, because we can go to reference the God bless America. Adina, think.
Subsidiary.
We need to go to the subsidiary ledger, right? That's where we keep in track of our customers, vendors, and employees. So
Okay.
not general, subsidiary.
Come through, Tennyson. That's what's up. Thank you.
All right. So here we're gonna go to
We're going to the furniture store.
furniture store. Hallie F. Furniture store. All right. So what invoice are we looking at
We're looking at 75.
for the table, bistro tables and chairs? So here we are. We owe how much?
We're owing $6,605.08.
Good.
So we're gonna do the date.
Where are we putting this?
Don't ignore me. I'm all over the place right now.
That's
I mean,
okay.
I have ADD for whatever reason. So let's go back to the journal.
Good.
And we're going to put in accounts payable 660508. And then checking as well.
Six
Yeah,
six. Oh! I typed that in wrong. 666060508. There you go.
Okay, and then underneath, we're going to, in parentheses, wait, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see, okay. We're going to put furniture store. We're going to do the invoice, which is 75. And we need to write a check. So we need to go to the check register.
So check register. Oh, I missed it. There you go. Check register.
Okay. Let me write check 1522 because abroad will forget just like that. Check amount 660508. Okay. Furniture store.
To the fur. There you go.
And then we're gonna go back to the journal.
1522.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
And then we're gonna move on to the ledger.
Good. Ledger. Accounts
One, two.
payable.
Yes, ma'am. Liabilities.
Good.
Invoice 75. GJ 12. Debit 660508. Calculator. Let's see. Mm. Ooh. Okay, I think I did that wrong. Hold
Right.
that thought.
That's fine. Take your time.
We have to actually go 660508 minus 48. $1,739.73.
Where did you get 1,000?
See, because I subtracted. I'm supposed to add.
No. You're right. You're supposed to subtract, but the number that you're supposed to start off with is 11,470.43.
Oh, righteous. Got you. So when you had put it in already, you had already.
Yeah. Mine's already
That-
calculated because I want to save you some time for checking and accounts payable, but every other account I want you to calculate.
Okay. Heard. So we got 48, 65, 38.
48, 65, 38, 35 is it should be correct.
Do not say what I say because I will throw you off because I will be wrong.
All right, don't worry. We're in this all together. I'm supposed to be training you guys. All right, so what comes next?
Okay, and then we go to checking.
Checking.
I'm having a personal summary. I got okay. Um, checking invoice 75. Check
In
520.
okay, so invoice oops, number 75, check number
1522.
1522,
GJ12.
GJ12.
660508.
On what side?
Oh, credit.
660508. And what do you know? How much negative did we go over?
A lot.
A lot. Now, don't forget. You only have $512 because we never deposited that $1,000.
There's a couple. It looks like there's a couple in the deposit receipts area that we haven't deposited.
Yeah, we haven't deposited a lot of stuff. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do 421185 on the credit side, but I'm just going to blur this out just so then it looks, so there's no parentheses being there and it actually looks like it is a credit.
And we do
So
have the protection.
say it again.
I said, and we do have the overdraft protection.
Yes, we do up to $10,000. However, because our outstanding amount is $4,000, we're going to get charged 22%. Don't forget about that.
We have a pending deposit there.
And we have a pending deposit. If we did the deposit, right, it would reflect as if it is $4,000. But because we never made that deposit, right, and if we don't put the money in there quickly and we send this check out and they deposit it the morning of, and you decided to go deposit the money the morning of, you're going to get twice as much because in reality, you don't have the $1,878. You only have 514.
Righteous.
So, but I'm going to assume that because today is Saturday, post doesn't due on Sunday, so you guys are pretty lucky, right? But the bank is also opened on Sunday if you go through the ATM. But for this scenario, we'll just move forward. Okay, so do you want to make the deposit now?
We're gonna wait till the end because I was looking at the scenario and towards the end it says make the deposit. So we're gonna move forward with what we need to.
Okay, so here we made our checking. Okay, so what's next?
Subsidiary ledger.
Yes, we need to update furniture store.
Yep. Vendor. Lord Jesus, God have mercy on me. Vendor.
Mm-hmm. All right, so check number 1522.
22. Invoice 75.
Good.
GJ12.
GJ12.
Payment. 660508.
Wrong one. 6605. I keep typing 0508. So if I did my formula correctly, it should show that I have a negative 6,605.08, bringing me down to a zero balance. That means furniture store, we don't owe you.
Bills are being paid.
Yes, bills are being paid, and we paid at least one day before the deadline. Okay, so we kept our track. We were on track with our stuff. However, we got hit with interest because we didn't do very good accounting. All right. So,
Starting at
what is
the next.
next? We
Um,
didn't spend our money very carefully. So, what is next?
After that, we go back to the scenario.
Okay.
So we've done everything for that. Moving on to the next one, unless I'm wrong.
Yep, that's it for that day. So, the next day is going to be Sunday, June 23rd. So, nothing else is there.
Okay, so
We're at
we're
the end of the
coming.
day.
All right, so we go to the next scenario to the 23rd.
You're still not going to make the deposit? Right.
No, it's not to the bottom. Well, I'm looking at the scenario. If you scroll down, it says right towards the end, it says make the deposit. Then
Well, in this case, because we're on week 4, I eliminated that. So then you guys have to do it yourself. But in this one, it says right here, yeah, it does say there. What did I put here then? Nothing? Oh, I did.
You did.
you know what? So when Mia was asking the question, then we should have made the deposit because that it says to deposit all cash sales to bank. So we were supposed to do that, or technically it was before.
But
So
we're waiting for the Sunday activity there, and then make the deposit at the end of the day of the Sunday or the following business day. Deposit on the ATM, just like what it was indicated, or the following early morning Monday.
Well,
so
no, no,
basically,
well, no. This is Saturday. We're Saturday the 22nd. It's a Saturday. I placed that in there to just give you a reminder because we had a bill coming up. But, you guys agreed that you didn't want to do it. So, okay.
now you're gonna blame us. Wow.
Well,
Mm.
I mean, I set a reminder for you guys, and you guys didn't want to do it. Okay, that's fine. Just make sure you go the next day. But we wrote a big fat check for $6,000, so now we're in the hole for $5,000 because we only have $500 in our bank. If we deposited that $1,800, then we would have had only $4,000 that were out. But
It was only 4,000.
yes, but in this case, so do you want to deposit? I've been trying to remind you so
Make the
many times.
deposit.
So do you want to make the deposit?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's make the deposit,
We don't want
please.
the company to be overdrawn, and pay all those kinds of fees.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, we already got charged already. Just saying. All right. So here we're going to deposit on the 22nd
Mm-hmm.
for the amount of 1878. Unless you want to do it on the morning of the 23rd, you could do that too.
No,
Okay. All
need
right.
that money.
We need that money now. Yes. Okay. Now we're out in the bank by 4,000 instead of 5,000 or
So with that
6,000.
said, so with that being said, do we need to go back to the ledger?
Ledger. What for?
We made the deposit.
Already made the deposit.
You already have it in your checking account. That's what I was saying. You already
So
made the assumption. See, if I go to my ledger, to my checking account, I already made the deposit without even making the deposit. That's what I was telling you guys for the millionth time. You're assuming you already made the deposit, but you didn't. Yes?
okay.
You
So
already made the deposit without making the deposit. And oftentimes, when you are doing this kind of type of accounting, this will happen. You say, oh, I'm going to deposit at the end of the day. You end up forgetting all the checks in your desk or in your drawer and you just went home. That happens.
okay, so as it stands, because in the checking, it looks like we made the deposit, right?
But we didn't. Because in our books, we didn't. We still have the cash in our hands.
Okay, so right in this moment, we just made the deposit.
Correct.
So the checking,
The assumption.
this assumption right here
Uh-huh.
in the asset checking, I don't even know how to ask this question. Let me figure it out.
Okay.
But an
It's
actual,
because,
just like it is in the ledger,
okay.
you input as already, you're recording your sales
Mm-hmm.
of that amount,
Mm-hmm.
and with the presumption that
It went straight into checking.
yes,
It went straight to the
however,
bank account.
actually, but actually it was not done yet to the bank itself.
Correct. All right. And
Okay.
with this one, it's because we don't have an account called cash on hand. We don't have that assumption. We're assuming that every single day, at the end of the day, once we've received our cash sales, we're immediately going to deposit to our bank immediately. So that's the assumption. That's why checking is going to be there, because we're assuming that we're already going to deposit it at the end of the day anyways. But in this case, we didn't do it. So in our books, it reflected that as if we did have the money, but in reality, we still have that cash in our hands. And this is
Okay.
where the bank reconciliation is going to come to play. Go ahead.
Okay. This is where I have the question. So when I'm looking at the ledger,
Correct. Okay.
I see the 1878.75.
Good. Okay.
We that's saying we made the deposit.
Yes.
Not yet.
Okay, so if it's saying that we made the deposit, then we turn around and we made um, a payment for 660508. That reflection of $4,211 and 85 cents is true.
The reflection. Yes.
Okay, because when we were talking earlier, it was like, well, we didn't make the deposit, so it was going to lessen that 4211.85. But in actuality, that's that's a true statement because we put it in there already.
Yes.
Okay, got you. I'm good now.
Okay. Yes.
So
Well,
with that
yeah.
being,
Mm-hmm.
and with that being said, then we need to go to the subsidiary ledger, right, and put it in under vendors as paid because we didn't do that, did we?
We just did that.
You did. You did. That's 660508.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about 1870. Am I tripping? I could be tripping.
That
Okay, you
that's
know
an
what?
in-store sales. Who's paying this?
Heard. Okay, it's all working itself out. It's. I'm getting an understanding and clarity.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and apply your concept. So let's say we didn't deposit this money, right?
Hmm.
Where am I? Oh, okay, wrong window. All right. If I didn't deposit that money, I would have been out $6,090.60.
Okay,
So then I would have got charged for $2,000 more.
gotcha.
But in this case, because we did finally make our deposit, right? It's still going to reflect as if, because it is Saturday, right? Usually cash deposits are immediately, while checks, they take time to process. Okay, so in this case, we're in the clear, but we still owe $4,000 because we only had $2,000 in our bank. All right.
Gotcha.
All right. So now that all of that has been done and clarified, let's go ahead and move on to the next day. So what happened on the 23rd, Sunday?
We sold some coffee.
Yes, we did. All right. We still have our grand opening sale because we left it for 1 week long. So that means Sunday is the last day we will have our grand opening sale. All right. So what happened at my grand opening sale? How?
We sold.
Yes, we
So
sold.
we sold some coffee. So we need to do checking
Yes.
10100 for the what you call that thing, Richard?
Um.
Reference.
Mm-hmm. Count number.
And then sales discount debit, and that's 46,000.
Good.
Then we are going to credit. We're going to credit sales medium coffee.
Medium regular coffee because we have two of them.
Yes,
4,300.
What's 4,300? Oh, 43. 300. Okay. Sorry.
Then we're gonna do sales regular large coffee, and that's 43.50.
Sales large regular coffee for 43.50.
Then we're gonna do sales supreme medium coffee,
Medium supreme coffee
10 450.
for
40
50.
50. My
Yeah.
apologies.
Yep, I got it.
Then sales supreme large coffee,
Sales large supreme.
and then we're going to do sales. Oh goodness, what's the big other? Sales ceramic coffee mugs.
Sales ceramic coffee mugs.
And that is, what is that number? 41.50.
41.50.
Then we're going to do sales tax payable, 27,000.
27,000 for sales tax payable. Good.
Okay, let's see.
Hold on. Tax payable. Got it. Okay.
And then we're going to do, um, let me see. Okay, checking is, ooh, 1971.12.
1971.12.
And then sales discount, 455.22.
455.22.
And then we're going to do the coffee, regular medium coffee for credit, 477.60.
477.60.
The regular large, 544.18.
Okay.
Supreme medium is 622.50.
Okay.
Large Supreme coffee, 526.99.
Okay.
And then the ceramic mugs, 104.85.
104.85.
And that is all.
One more. What's the sales tax?
Oh, my 150.22.
All right. I'm going to double check if I type these in correctly. So equals sum. All right. So I got to get a total of 24, 26, 34.
I, all right. Hoorah, go D. That's what's up. Right.
All right. No, I do this because, I could have typed in an error anywhere. But good. Yes, it's also one of the things that you should do. Make sure that your debits equal your credits. Okay.
And then we're going to put the description, grand opening 20% in sales.
Okay. Grand opening. 20% discount, comma, in-store sales. In-store sales. Good.
And then we go to the ledger.
Yes, the ledger. So first things first, checking.
Mm-hmm.
23.
Sales,
Sales. Good.
1971.12. Oh, my bad. GJ 12.
hold on, 1971.12
Mm-hmm.
and GJ12.
Negative.
Yes, we are still negative. We are still negative $2,240. So 224073. And I'm gonna hide that in white. Right? So we're still negative.
But we're making our way out of the hole.
Yes. All right.
Then we do discount.
Sales discounts or revenues.
Mm-hmm.
Sales discount. Okay. 623.
Repeat from the top
Good.
of GJ 12, 455.22.
Bringing your grand total to be
That's a good question. Or take 24, 37. I have 1879.59.
1879.59 is correct. Oh, I mean, as of what I think it is.
It's right.
All right, so let's go up to the top
Um,
to sales medium regular coffee. Here you go.
okay, and then it was 240 cups. GJ 12, 477.60. 1787.02.
1787.02.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Next.
Um, then we have 182 cups.
Okay.
GJ 12,
Got it.
544.18. 2350.14.
230.50.14. Good. Now, sales medium supreme coffee.
Mm-hmm. 250 cups.
Okay.
GJ 12,
Okay.
622.50. 2283.33.
2283.33.
Then we have
Large.
151 cups, and that's going to be GJ 12, 151. Wait a minute. Whoa, whoa. Did we sell the same amount of cups as the day before?
It's
Um,
possible.
okay, well then there it is there. 526.99.
Okay.
2586.09.
258609. All right. Now, lastly, the ceramic coffee mugs. One more down. Ceramic coffee mugs.
15 mugs. GJ 12, $104.85. 640.94.
640.94. All right. Last but not least, our sales tax payable.
That is going to GJ 12, 150.22. 6/20/26.
6/20/26. All right. Okay. All right.
That is all for that.
So let's go ahead and just quickly do the cost of inventory, and then we'll take a quick break because I don't want you to forget this part. So go ahead and calculate the 35 and a half and a quarter and 33 pounds. So it's same thing as yesterday or same thing as the day before. So inventory worksheet. All right. Regular coffee on the 23rd. We sold the same amount. We used the same amount, 35 and a quarter.
$50, 56.94 should be the same.
Yes, it should be the same.
Okay,
50.
Lynn, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm liking how you're doing the Excel situation.
Uh-huh.
So is that formulating the way that you're doing it? Is that formulating the cell, or is that just an easier way to just maneuver?
It is formulating the cell, yes. You're adding an actual formula into the cell, yes.
Okay, so will you do me a favor and do that again? Because you do it so fast, and when I'm over here on Excel, I'm like, okay, I'm literally like having to stop, pause, because you whip right through it.
Okay, so equal round,
Mm-hmm.
right? You type that in. You can use tab to what do you call it? Initiate your formula. Once you write round or equal, right? Then once you open the parentheses, the first argument is going to be whatever equation that you want to place in there. So in this case, I want to, all right, so in this case, let me do it again. So equal round. So here it's, okay. So the first argument is going to be whatever the equation that you want to place in here. So in this case, I want to do with the 35.25 multiply. So I use my asterisk, multiply by this rate or this cost per item, right? By placing a comma, right? That ends that argument. So the second argument is asking you how many decimal places do you want to have it rounded to? And I want 2 because I want the nearest penny. Once I'm here, you can either press enter. Oftentimes it will accept it. You can close the parentheses to finish it off. But I like to just press enter. And it should automatically calculate it in here. Now, formatting it to display this is going to be different, obviously. But it should give you the rounded number.
Okay.
Calculation for you. So instead of having to do the full calculation and then having to round it off yourself, yes, so this saves you a little bit more time.
Okay, because you just whipped through that. I was watching the video. I was like, wait, what did she just do?
Okay, so it's equal round, whatever your equation is, comma, 2 decimal places, enter.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Question.
Yes.
I was trying to input those 5 figures, the cost per item, and it automatically rounds off on my computer. So how do you put it?
All right, so that means you have a spreadsheet error. So what you're going to do is you're going to click this. So at the very top of your little cell format window, you have options. You can either choose to display a rounded number, or you can choose to have it yeah. So for example, say so this one is 1.65 1.61526, correct? If I were to change my decimal places, so if I want to add more, then it's going to show me some more, right? So if I were to just press my decrease, right? Look, watch. Now it rounded my number to 162. So all you have to do is just, for this one, it's just a cell formatting issue. So all you have to do is just know that in this cell, it's going to show you that this is a huge, huge, huge equation. All right. Or since I cell referenced it from this actual equation right here, this is giving me the most accurate piece of information. But if I were to expand this all the way to the end of the page, you're going to see this is a long ongoing number. But it's because your Excel, it's because you're telling Excel to only display what you want to see. So in this case,
I kept on trying to do that last night, trying to recalculate everything. And oh my gosh, it rounds up automatically, to 2 decimal points.
uh,
So when it comes to calculation like that, you always have to put it on the, based on our class, would be 5 decimal points then?
uh, I mean, if you're using Excel, it doesn't matter because as long as you know it's a long number, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay, but if you're using paper, I mean, it will affect your calculation. You just have to know that you have to recalculate this long number, keep in your calculator, then calculate the amount of pounds that you want. And then this one, you have to automatically round it yourself. Okay? But in this case, Excel can do it for us. So 5694. All right. So let's go.
Is 82.5.
No, we're still on that. Oh, no.
82.5. Good.
And this is average, so that should be, okay, see, this is what I see what you're doing. And then if this is moving average, right?
Correct.
Okay, so it should still be the same, yeah.
Roughly the same. Let me see. It decreased by 10,000th of a penny.
Okay. Do me a favor if you don't mind, because you just did that hella quick. Um, and I want to see that the formula again. So when I do mine, I can do it exactly as.
Okay, so what was the formula you wanted me to show you? The cost per item?
The total. Because didn't it just automatically do it for you at some point, or am I like?
Excel will track what you're doing and say, "Oh, okay, I know what you're doing," so it will automatically do it for you. So that's what happened here. But for my cost, or for my total cost, this is what I did. I just took up one, right? The 190, 20, 20, 20. Because I know that I placed my equal round here, I can go ahead and subtract it directly from this exact cell. So what I'm just cell referencing. So
Okay.
here's my calculation. I'm taking 190, 20, subtract the 56.94, press enter, and it should give me 133.26. And in here is already a formula that Excel is recognizing that I'm going to utilize. And basically, it's just taking your total divided by your quantity.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's pretty much it. Okay. So,
Because you whipped through that. I'm like, what in the world? All right, so then we need to do Supreme coffee.
yes, Supreme Coffee. 623.
Pounds.
33. All right, but let's look. Which one are we going to be utilizing?
7.5 from the existing first batch.
Good. We only have 7.5 in our second batch here. All right, that means we need to dip into our third batch as well. So here I have 7.5 left, and I need to do 33 subtract 7.5, so I should be needing 25 and a half more pounds. All right. Now with this, I don't need to calculate my 7.5 0.5 because I already know how much that total amount is going to be. It's going to be for 1371. So I don't need to even calculate that. I can just type it in 1371. Right? And I'm going to get rid of that entire batch. Now the 25 and a half, I only have one batch left and it's for 184. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply across to give me a grand total of 4692. All right, because this is a rounded number, there's no need for me to have to re-round it again. It's already a rounded number. All right, so I got 6063 in grand total. And I'm going to highlight this just so that I know, note to myself that this is a formula. Or I mean, this is a total. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and update your inventory. You got rid of your 7.5. And here we need 125 minus 25.5 to give me 99.50, which reflects to me that I should have a total of 183.08 cents. All right. So let's go ahead and do our cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold.
Okay, that's where I get stuck.
So we're going to do cost of goods sold regular coffee, right? That's what we calculated. We did cost of goods sold supreme coffee. And then the inventory, regular coffee and supreme coffee. Supreme coffee, right? Okay, so here, because that's exactly what I did. If I look at my inventory worksheet, I just solved for my cost of goods sold. All right. So here, for 35.25 pounds, I sold a total of, $56.94. Yes, I've calculated it, right? Because it cost me to use that much. It cost me 56.94. 56.94, right? And I'm going to deduct that and update my inventory for that amount, right? And then for my supreme coffee, right, because I had it dip into 2 different batches, right, I added up the total, so I have a total of 33 pounds, and it cost me a total of 60.63. $60.63. All right. So let's go ahead and what is my account number for the cost of goods sold regular coffee?
550.
Good.
50. 100.
My inventory.
120.
120.40. So that is there. And I'm going to go ahead and make a note. What do you want to
use?
In store use? And perfect. I reached the bottom of my page 12. Right? No, there's definitely no room for anything that you could place in there, so you don't need to draw a line there. So now, where do we go? The last thing that we need to go is our ledger. Yes, cost of goods sold for regular coffee. Hold on. Credit 60. We're not crediting.
No.
So used 35.25 pounds.
Yes. We used,
25 and a quarter pounds.
all right, same thing, General Journal 12. All right, so what is going to be my new amount?
471.49.
471.49. All right. Now let's go ahead and calculate update our cost of goods sold for Supreme Coffee.
We used 33 pounds. GJ 12.
Okay.
Everything same.
6032. Actually, no, it wasn't 6032, was it? It was actually,
6053.
excuse me, 6063.
Shoot.
Thank you.
79 plus 542.
542 is correct. All right. Lastly, let's update our inventory. So here I'm at regular coffee, 623. I used 35 and a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
General Journal is also 12. And what is my amount?
56.94.
Giving me a grand total of,
247.14. Oh, my bad. I added. I'm supposed to subtract. Oh.
that's fine,
Right, that's
133.25. Was that
56.
correct?
56.94. 133.26.
133.26. That is correct. Now we gotta go update our Supreme Coffee for the 23rd. Same thing, General Journal 12. But this time, this is for 63.
Yes.
So what is your total amount here?
183.08.
183.08. And if we go to our inventory on hand, that is exactly how much we have. 183.08. Good. All right. Go ahead and deposit that money into your bank because
Please and thank
it says so. Okay.
Otherwise, we'll be overdone.
Yes. All right. So 1971.12. We're gonna deposit on Sunday for that amount. Okay. Good. And we will stop here, take a quick 15-minute break. So right now it is exactly 10:45. Go ahead and take that 15-minute break. Be back by 11. We'll finish up maybe a couple more scenarios and you guys are free to go.
you.
Okay?
See you guys.
Did you guys have any questions? Okay. That's cool.